Hola y bienvenidos a la clase de español del día de hoy. Bueno, ¿qué nos dice este meme? La única pregunta que tengo es, ¿cómo? Go ahead and write that on your warm-up. See if you can figure out what it says. You should know some of these words. Alright, so let's go and start our day. For some of you, hoy es viernes el 22 de enero, and for some of you, hoy es lunes el 25 de enero. Para empezar, marca a dónde se tiene que estresar la palabra. So mark where we must stress the word or put the accent, right? So I'll do the first one with you. You'll do the rest on your own. Put on your notes. The word dormir, it ends in an R. It's a consonant, so we know it's going to be the last syllable. So it's going to be dormir. So highlight under the M-I-R, the last syllable. Pretty simple stuff, right? That's what I thought. You got this. Alright, the first letter for our DOL today is going to be the letter V. V as in Victor. V. Okay, so, ¿cómo puedo escribir sobre la comida? That's what we're going to start talking about. We're going to start moving to talk about foods and stuff. But before we do that, there's other stuff we have to cover. So, asking questions. You use interrogative words, who, what, and so on to ask questions. We do that in English, or we do it in Spanish too. So we have the word que. Que is what. Cómo. Cómo is how. Quién. Quién is who. Con quién. Con quién is with whom. Dónde. Dónde is where. Cuántos. Cuántos is how many. ¿A dónde? ¿A dónde is where? ¿De dónde? ¿De dónde is from where? ¿Cuál? ¿Cuál is which? ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué is why? And then don't forget that por qué, if it's all together, then that is because, right? We covered that before. Then there's cuándo. Cuándo is when. Alright, so again, we have que, cómo, quién, con quién, dónde, cuántos, a dónde, de dónde, cuál, por qué, cuándo. Notice they all have accents. In Spanish, when you ask a question using an interrogative word, you put the verb before the subject. ¿Qué come Elena? Right? So we have the verb, right? Come. So, ¿qué come Elena en el restaurante? What does Elena eat at the restaurant? Notice in English we say, what does Elena eat? Right? So it's backwards. So we are first going to put the verb and then the subject. ¿Qué come Elena en el restaurante? ¿A dónde van ustedes? Once again, van is from the verb ir, is to go. So where are you all going? Después de la clase, after the class. So where are you all going after the class? ¿Por qué va Ignacio a la playa todos los días? Why does Ignacio goes to the beach every day? So notice we have va, right? ¿Por qué? Why? ¿Por qué va Ignacio? So we have va from the verb ir, which is to go, and Ignacio is our subject. You have already used several interrogative words. Notice that all interrogative words have a written accent mark. So if you see an accent mark and question marks, you know it's a question. It's that simple. For simple questions that can be answered by sí or no, you can indicate with your voice that you are asking a question. So you can say, Ana va a la biblioteca. Notice that's in the form of a question. If it was a statement, it would be Ana va a la biblioteca. But I'm saying Ana va a la biblioteca. It's a question. Okay, preguntas revueltas. Your new pen pal from Bolivia has sent you an email, but all these questions are scrambled. Unscramble them and write them in the correct order. Then answer the question. So, I'll do the first one with you. So you have eres, de donde, should be tú. right? Eres de donde tú. So that's what we have. So we know that that cannot be right. It's impossible, right? It is impossible for that to be a correct statement. So let's fix it, right? So you could write, right? De donde. So you have your question mark, right? De donde eres tú. Right? So where are you from? Pretty simple, right? De donde eres tú? And then answer the question. So you could say, in my case, I would say, yo soy de México. Pretty simple. So you're gonna do that. Put it on your notes, alright? Put it in the correct way. Remember, first we put the verb and then we put the subject. Alright. ¿Cómo es el cine? Lee este anuncio. So read this announcement. So the announcement is Cine Parque Arauco. Excelente calidad de proyección. Estacionamientos iluminados gratis. Para su comodidad, aire acondicionado. Las únicas butacas reclinables de la ciudad. Excelentes instalaciones para discapacitados. There's a lot of cognates here, so if you don't know the words, just look at the words, right? Diariamente funciones continuas desde el mediodía. Funciones de trasnoche los miércoles, viernes y sábados. Palomitas recién preparadas. Servicio amable y eficiente. Precios especiales para grupos y arriendos de las salas de cine. So, según el anuncio de Cine Parque Arauco, escribe las palabras apropiadas para cada pregunta. So you're looking for the word that you're gonna write for each question. So you have the first question. Blank es la calidad de la proyección en el cine. So you would say como, right? Because we're trying to say how is the quality of the projection at the movie theater. So como would be in that blank. Alright, to the rest of them, put them on your notes. Oh, my apologies. The next letter for our passcode is A. The letter A. Alright, los fines de semana. So, copy a chart like this one on your notes and fill the information out on the activities you do in the weekends. Then find out the same information from 3 other classmates. So try to communicate with some of your classmates. Try to get this information. So, nombre. ¿A dónde vas? ¿A dónde vas is where do you go, right? ¿Con quién? With whom? So, for example, yo a mi lección de guitarra voy solo. Laura al centro comercial con Elena. And then you can have a conversation. Right? So try to connect with some people in your class. And try to have this conversation. If not, write the conversation in Spanish and make up 3 people and 3 answers. Alright, the next letter for the DOL is the letter M. M. Alright, los fines de semana. So, this is where you are going to, if you are participating in the class, you would tell the class where you and the 3 people are going. So, for example, yo voy a mi lección de guitarra solo. Laura va al centro comercial con Selena. If you're doing this through the video and not participating in the class, then what I need you to do is I need you to write it down and put it on your notes. Just write it down and put it on your notes. The next letter for the DOL code is O. O. ¿Y tú qué preguntas? And you, what do you ask? So, you can talk to another student if you want, or you can do this on your own. Mira la foto y escribe 4 preguntas sobre el parque, las personas y las actividades. Look at the picture and write 4 questions about the park, the people and activities that you see happening, right? So, I could say, for example, I could ask, ¿Cómo está el tiempo? How is the weather? And I could just look at the picture and answer that, right? Alright, so have your questions, answer your questions. And the last letter for the DOL today, for the code, is the letter S. Bueno, mis estudiantes, mucho gusto de verlos y que tengan un muy buen resto de su día. Adiós.